if you're listening to like post Roger Waters Pink Floyd, I would just say listen to Pulse. That's probably the best one that they released. I actually like the...
I've listened to Pulse.
Oh, have you? Yeah.
Pulse is awesome.
Yeah.
Pulse is live, so it's like basically their greatest hits, and it has like, and it
has all the good songs
from their later stuff. Yeah. Like it has "Learn to Fly" or whatever that song is.
On the Turning Away.
Yeah, which is one of their better songs. It even has an earlier like "Astronomy Domini."
Yeah,
which is actually an awesome version. The Great Gig in the Sky version, not so great. I remember that chick was kind of off that night or something. She was not having a good night, unfortunately.
Well, what do you mean?
I remember her sounding a little pitchy.
On Pulse?
On Pulse.
Oh, okay. It's been a while since I've listened to it.
Yeah, it's been a while since I've listened to it too, but I remember her sounding a little pitchy on that one. But I mean, Great Gig in the Sky is just a woman kind of like... it kind of sounds like a woman having a breakdown.
Yeah.
Even though I know that's not really what it is, but it sounds like... I don't know. It's like kind of like the angels screaming, and I don't know. It's pretty powerful, but some people are like, "Oh, I can't stand it." I like it.
It's gonna be fun when we do Piper later in the season.
Yeah,
I love Piper.
Also, I think since we're moving into a 5-piece, we need one of the 3 people who doesn't play keyboards to get a little synth to play occasionally during slow parts.
Oh, does your Piper have Emily Plays though?
I think it's the original track.
Mine doesn't have Emily Plays.
Emily Plays was non-album single.
No, it's not on there.
Yeah,
that's my favorite song from the Barrett era, but I don't mind skipping it for doing the album in its original order.
Yeah. Well, I think it's on the U.S. pressing.
Probably, but I think they dropped something to put it there.
Yeah. I don't remember what they dropped to put it there.
That's when UK and US records were pretty different from each other still.
Fucking annoying.
Welcome to Side 1, Side B. I'm Steve.
I'm Dave.
And I'm 7-Inch Sean. Oh shit, I forgot my beer.
I'm drinking for both of us.
Well, today we're going to be taking a look at an album by the band MUDCRUTCH.
MUDCRUNCH?
MUDCRUNCH. No, MUDCRUTCH.
I said crunch.
Yes.
I
know. Previously we covered... what was it, 4 singles?
Yeah, from like the 70s.
Motherfucker. It's non-canon.
It's non-canon. It didn't happen.
We're canonizing it now.
No, it doesn't count. That was a dream. No, just kidding.
It was a fantasy sequence.
Well, just to recap, we were talking about it a little bit earlier, and I think the general consensus was, yeah, they're good, but not great.
Not great, yeah. Interesting, yeah.
We did listen to their version of Don't Do Me Like That, though.
And we completely forgot to talk about it. So,
yeah. We did?
Yeah, so now we can slide that in. What did you think of the MUDCRUTCH version? I thought it was interesting.
It was interesting.
It was a little different.
Yeah, it was not as good as the Heartbreakers version.
Well, yeah, I think it just needed time to cook a little bit, and probably it needed the Heartbreakers to make it better, or what it was.
Yeah.
Or maybe we were just so used to the Heartbreakers version. I don't know.
Well, and I'm sure the Heartbreakers version had better production too, so I'm sure that was a factor. But
and it seemed like it was fully written.
Yeah. Well, anyway, so eventually MUDCRUTCH reformed like 30 years later in 2008. This was the result of one of the sources that I'll be citing throughout this is the Running Down a Dream documentary that they put out in 2007. They talked a lot about MUDCRUTCH on that. And I'll also be talking a lot from Mike Campbell's autobiography that I read recently. Fantastic autobiography, probably one of the best rock autobiographies I ever read. A lot of times they don't go into like their creative processes, but Mike talked about that a lot, which I really appreciated. Like that's kind of like I was a little disappointed like in Ozzy's autobiography when it was just all like crazy stories, which I liked, but
this is when I did this drug and forgot where I was for a week.
This is when I shoved a banana up a Booker's vagina.
Yeah. So during the Running Down a Dream documentary, Tom Ledden just basically talked about how much he liked working with Tom Petty, and as you remember, well, let's kind of go through the history of MUDCRUTCH real quick. So they started out in Gainesville, Florida, and they kind of just assembled from Tom Petty like putting out ads for musicians, and he was pretty much just
Avengers.
like, yeah, he's the Nick Fury of MUDCRUTCH. So he got.
Was he missing an eye? I don't remember ever seeing him wearing an eye patch while performing.
Well, no. The guy on the cover of the album is missing 2 eyes, so he's like Nick Furious.
Well, he eventually he found Tom Ledden, he found the drummer Randall March, and Mike Campbell joined the band. Because he was just hanging out with, I think it was the drummer. He was just hanging out with him, and he was in the other room while they were playing. And they were talking about, well, we need to get a rhythm guitar player. And so they're like, oh, my friend's in the other room. He plays rhythm guitar. So he walks in, and he had like one of those like cheap, like Japanese guitars, which are a lot like my Eastern Bloc guitars. So like think that quality. And Tom Petty's just like, oh man, this guy's probably like terrible. But apparently he broke into like Johnny B. Good, and Tom Petty was like, oh, you're in the band, like even to the point where he's like, well, I'm going to university. He's like, you should quit, join the band. He's like, well, if I quit university, then the Army's going to try to draft me. He's like, nah, we'll deal with that when the time comes. And then Tom Petty in the documentary was like, I didn't know what I would do if they drafted him. And what actually ended up happening is they did try to draft him, and he had to do a bunch of drugs to get out of it and get put in like the very last tier, like the we're desperate tier. So he never got drafted.
Wow. Betting on a man's life. Like
Yeah.
They eventually got like a steady gig at a place called Dubs. And it was kind of like a restaurant mixed with a bar mixed with a strip club, because they said like their first gig they were playing, and then suddenly like these girls like got on stage and they got topless and they're just dancing around them, and Tom Petty's like, I'm gonna like this rock and roll thing.
yeah.
And they were getting steady work, getting probably like poverty level wages still, but you know they were having fun. They would play out on a farm, and they do like festivals out on the farm.
Like we have a festival for
there's
for
actually
8 people,
and there's actually a bootleg of us playing one of those. So if you want to check that out, check out the Alliterates. But
we're on Bandcamp.
We're on OnlyFans
For sale.
Yes.
This month only.
Eventually, Tom Ledden pissed off the owner of Dubs, Dub, the eponymous Dub.
Wow, so it's just not just a clever name.
And basically, like, they were on stage and they were doing, like, a prize contest, and he made some, like, jab about how they should get, like, a better band or something, and he went back in his office, and Tom Ledden was, like, really pissed, and Tom Petty was like, don't say a word, like, don't cost us this gig. And he went back and he yelled at Dub anyway, and Dub was just sitting there, and he had his gun out, and basically he's like, oh, you're fucking fired. So Tom Petty kicked Tom Ledden out of the band at that point. They still kept going. They
was Tom Ledden the dude that did a bunch of drugs to get out of the draft, or
no, that was Mike Campbell.
Oh, Mike Campbell. Okay.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Yeah.
All right.
That worked out for him in the end.
Yeah.
Continue on.
So Tom Ledden after he left, he's related to one of the guys in the Eagles, so he got kind of involved in the Eagles verse for a little while, and then he eventually became a guitar teacher in Nashville.
That's right, because Tom Petty played bass in this.
Yeah, and he plays bass on this album.
That's right, I forgot. Okay, because Tom Lennon was the guitar player, right, and Mike Campbell's the other guitar player,
right? Yeah,
and Tom Petty plays bass. I forgot that Tom Petty played bass in this band.
Bass guitar.
Bass.
All right, so anyway, they kick out Tom Lennon. They keep trying to find gigs. There's a lot of funny stories in Mike's books where, like, they went into a bar, like, in the middle of nowhere, and one of the guys just didn't like Tom Petty's face. And like a member of a biker gang. And so he wouldn't let Tom Petty back in the building. And Tom Petty's just like, all right. And then he just, like, went around to the back and broke in through a window. And so he's getting ready to play the show, and like the guy comes up, he's like, "I told you you're not supposed to be in here." And the leader of the biker gang's like, "No, I like him, so you can't touch him." So,
don't do me like that.
It's just full of a lot of funny stories about that, and it just it made me think, like, I've had to deal with a lot of shitty bar owners, but I've never had a bar owner like point a gun at me or anything.
Yeah.
But I guess that's because we never really have money involved in our shows, like not that often.
Not enough that someone will pull a gun at least.
Yeah.
Does Mike Campbell also narrate the audiobook?
He does, and it makes it so much better.
How gravelly is his voice at this point?
He just sounds like a normal,
like a normal old guy.
Yeah. Yeah, he's got a great voice. I think it was a really good move to have him do his own book. Like during the part where he talks about Tom Petty dying, it was heartbreaking. No pun intended.
Yeah. Oh yeah, his book is called Heartbreaker.
Yeah.
I'm totally gonna get that.
And I really enjoyed it because he didn't really hold back. You find out that Tom Petty's not like a perfect individual, which is fine.
Yeah.
He's still better than most rock musicians. He still paid his band like way more than like most people pay their sidemen, but he did do some dishonest things that...
Yeah. I understand. Like, I like his solo record. I understand why people in the band were salty about it.
Yeah. Well, there was also a part where Mike Campbell was like, "Hey, I'm doing a lot of producing, and I'm still only getting like," because I think it was like 50% to Tom, and then the other 50% got broken down between like all the other people. And he said, "I'm doing more producing, like, so I'm looking to get a piece of the pie." And then he just looks at him and goes, "I'm Tom Petty." Basically meant no in an asshole way. And Tom ended it by saying, "Yeah, you're a couple other things as well." And he left. But, so yeah, still love him. He did a lot of great things for the music industry as well. So
nobody's nerfed.
Yep.
Yeah, it's kind of one of it. I get it. It's one of those things. Like you said, it's...
I mean, to be fair, it was his record deal, so...
Yeah.
I think... I mean, Mike turned out all right, so... It is what it is. But getting back to the MUDCRUTCH days, eventually they were kind of tired of just playing bars, so they're like, we're going to drive out to Los Angeles and look for a record deal. So they went out, they got a couple record deals, but they eventually heard from... a guy named Denny Cordell in Tulsa, Oklahoma. So
the worst city in the country.
Yeah, I don't know how a British guy ended up making a studio in Tulsa, Oklahoma, but basically they were on their way out to Los Angeles from Gainesville, and he's like, "Well, come through and we can talk in my studio." So they stop in Tulsa, and well, let's rewind a bit. So like they went out and they scouted a bunch of record labels by going out to Los Angeles, and then they came back and they basically had a deal for a single and a deal for an album. And so they're on their way out there, and then Denny Cordell got in touch with them and said, "Stop in Tulsa, Oklahoma, and we'll talk." So they stop, and the gist of it is they decided to... I don't think they decided to go with him, but he just casually hands them $5,000 and says, "Here, this will get you to Los Angeles." So basically, they kind of felt beholden to him by that point, I think.
And Tulsa, Oklahoma went on to be the home of the band Hanson.
So at that point, then we listened to the two singles that they released. before they left Gainesville and the 2 singles that they released after. I think Depot Street kind of sounded more like a Heartbreaker song. So at that point, MUDCRUTCH wasn't really MUDCRUTCH anymore, you know?
No.
Even though they were trying to keep the name alive.
Yeah. And so, yeah, at that point, they tried to make, they made Depot Street. It flopped. They made whole, like, albums worth of material with MUDCRUTCH before they decided we only want Tom Petty. So...
and then he brought on Mike Campbell.
Yeah, and he said in his book, Mike said they gave him like a retainer that was less than minimum wage, but they still like paid him a retainer to stay in Mike's band or in Tom's band. And Tom said, "All right, I'll fire everybody, but Mike, I need him," which was a great decision because
Heartbreakers wouldn't have succeeded without Mike.
No, he was the songwriter.
Yeah.
Like kind of the principal songwriter. Well, I don't know if I'd put it that way, but man, he contributed a lot to it. So, then they move on to do the Heartbreakers, which is past the scope of this video because we're talking about MUDCRUTCH. So
30 years later.
Yeah. So we'll skip ahead to the 2007 documentary.
Running down a drink.
Tom Ledden was interviewed for the documentary, and so was their original drummer. Was it Randall Marsh?
That one guy,
Randy Marsh.
Later went on to become a cartoon character.
Yeah. Did he microwave his own balls so he could get medicinal weed?
I'd imagine so. Yeah.
Yeah.
So Tom Ledden, I think he kind of missed Tom, and so he said he knew that they weren't going to use like hours of material, but he took the opportunity to talk about it for hours because he knew that Tom would like watch all of it. And I guess that turned out to be true, according to Mike Campbell. Like he watched it and he watched about like all the, I guess, heartwarming things that Tom Ledden had to say about Tom Petty.
Tom Ledden and the Heartwarmers.
And that led to Tom just calling him up and saying, "All right, let's get the band together." And I think the reaction was basically, "Why do you want to do this?" And Tom Petty was just like, "Because I want to."
Aww.
So they get together and they record an album, and that's the album we're going to be talking about today.
Into the Great Wide Open.
No, MUDCRUTCH.
Yeah. No, they went into the Great Wide Open and got the old band back together.
This is MUDCRUTCH, a.k.a. Dirty Asshole. Anyway.
This band consists of 3 Heartbreakers, Tom Petty, Mike Campbell, and Benmont Tench. And then the 2 other members are Tom Ledden and Randall Marsh, as we said. We mentioned that Tom Petty's on bass guitar, and otherwise everybody's on Mike Campbell on guitar, Tom Ledden on guitar, and he does a lot of lead vocal on this as well.
Nice.
Benmont Tench on keyboards and lead vocals on This Is a Good Street, and Randall Marsh on drums. So it's kind of half Heartbreakers in a way, because I mean, you know, it was 30 years of them doing Heartbreaker stuff, so you can tell, like, when you listen to the old singles and this album we're about to listen to, that they had 30 years of songwriting experience. And that includes, like, I don't know what Randall Marsh was doing, but Tom Ledden was still doing guitar teaching, and he did stuff with the Eagles. So all the discipline that they had apart, they brought back together for this album, and I think that's interesting. So
they did this album and another one, right?
Right, yeah. This one's more Southern rock. I would call MUDCRUTCH 2 like deep fat fried Heartbreakers. It had a little bit more of the Heartbreakers like style on there.
Oh, okay.
To talk about the songs on this one, I don't think any of these existed before. I think they wrote all new songs for this. I think they performed the cover songs on this. There's 3 covers. Shady Grove, which is a traditional song. 6 Days on the Road. June Apple, which is traditional. And then Lover of the Bayou. 4
Which is
covers.
Creedence.
Yeah.
Just kidding. Is it Creedence?
I don't know.
Lover of the Bayou!
It's the Birds.
Oh, it's the Birds?
Yeah.
Fuck, I was close.
Yeah. 6 Days on the Road is a truck driving country song written by Earl Green and Muscle Shoals.
Muscle Shoals.
Made famous by David Dudley. I'm
looking forward to this album because I I know we talked about it, and there's been several times, I just want to say, there's been several times I've looked at it in, like, streaming services where I've been like, don't play it, Sean, because I've been looking forward to listening to this album, but
With virgin ears.
I've been saving it for the podcast for you, Steve,
I appreciate that.
because I love you in a non-homosexual way.
Not that there's anything wrong
Not
with
that
that.
there would be anything wrong with that if I loved you in a homosexual way, but I don't love you in a
I think your wife would
homosexual
kick my ass.
way. Probably.
Yeah.
I love Dave in a homosexual way.
And your wife's okay with that.
She's okay with that, yes.
But wouldn't be with Steve.
Well, you know, three's a crowd.
Yeah.
So yeah, all new songs. Let's talk about the cover art. Who wants to do the cover art?
I'll do the cover art because I love it. The cover art looks like a washed out picture from the 1800s.
Yeah, he looks like a southern gentleman with no face.
Yeah, it looks like a southern gentleman with no face. But
Eyes without a face.
eyes without a face.
With a rebel yell.
But he's covered in Dayglow paint. And then the text for the band is kind of like, I don't know what you would call that. Just kind of, I don't know. It looks kind of southern rock
Yeah.
text.
I think it's interesting how they made a cover that looks modern but also invokes like a southern vibe.
Yeah, it does look like some, you could easily say this came out in the 70s, but it also looks like it could have came out like yesterday.
Right, yeah.
So I do appreciate that. And then the back kind of is the same way. Like the back is a field of flowers and grass and stuff, but it kind of invokes like the 70s, like early 70s artwork. And so does the text of the songs.
Yeah.
It invokes like a 70s like album text.
Yeah, it's a gatefold as well.
Oh, it is. Okay.
My blood runs cold.
I found this at Walmart of all places.
Huh.
Interesting.
I go through their vinyl and then I'm like, it's too much, and then I leave usually. But
They got a nice little Fender amp in there. It looks like kind of.
I'll say this, Sean. I know how much you love Telecasters. Tom Petty made Mike Campbell use a specific Telecaster, I think, for all of this album.
Oh.
I think it had like a B bender on it or something.
Oh, okay. And
And it was a thin line. Sean's favorite kind of Telecaster.
I don't think it was.
There's a picture of the band in there. Tom Petty looking stoic as fuck. And then a picture of an amplifier, a Fender amplifier that says MUDCRUTCH on the top. All right.
What do you think of the cover, Dave?
Yeah, it looks like it's either
It's kind of horror-esque.
yeah. It looks like the cover looks like it could be an A24 movie about a historic serial killer who is a metaphor for Southern racism. I don't know. Like, not saying the album looks racist. I'm saying it looks like the kind of horror movie that they would make about something that's disturbing in the Deep South.
If I woke up and had that in my face, I would scream bloody murder.
Oh. So it says on the back, it says drums, wired, wires, old friends, etc. Recorded live, vocals, harmony, everything. Arrangements done on studio floor. Made in 10 days, no headphones. Los Angeles, August 07.
So it's going to be kind of
Blah,
raw.
blah.
I don't think I would describe it as raw.
They probably did some overdubs after they got everything
sure,
down.
yeah.
They just used the scratch. They just didn't get rid of the scratch tracks. They didn't use them as like the... We'll see after we hear it.
Yeah, now I've listened to this like a million times. Now, I'll go through and say, like, I discovered this album because I was in a Tom Petty mood after my dad passed away, because that was like a big mutual artist for us was Tom Petty. He would... I said this in our Full Moon Fever episode. I mean, he had the tape in his car a lot, so I heard Full Moon Fever like a lot before I was like fully into music. And so I was just going through like Tom Petty's discography, and eventually I came across this one. And as soon as I put it on, like, this is one of those where the first song comes on and it kicks your ass, in my opinion. So ever since I put this on, I've thought this was great. So I'm looking forward to playing it. This is one I would love to like show my dad if he was still alive, because he was the one that kind of instilled a love of Southern rock into my blood. So I think this is one that he would have liked a lot.
That Fender amp is beat to hell.
Yeah, it's vintage.
Yeah,
Definitely vintage.
That's cool.
Probably sounds about as amazing as it looks.
Yeah.
Well, all right. I think that's it, huh?
Yeah. First side here, we have Shady Grove, Scare Easy, which is about my dog. Hi-oh. Orphan of the Storm.
That's me.
Yeah. And 6 Days on the Road.
And this is a double album, but I think it's a double album for like fidelity reasons rather than length reasons, because it's only like 50 minutes, I think. So,
yeah.
All right, here we go. Side A.
Oh yeah, that was good.
And we're back from side 1 of MUDCRUTCH by MUDCRUTCH. What'd you guys think?
I thought it was good. It definitely wasn't sludgy, which I would think with a name like MUDCRUTCH that, it would seem like you were stuck in the mire. But no, it was like good Southern rock for the most part. Like all 4 songs sounded pretty different from each other, in my opinion. Like different subgenres within, like that whole Americana Southern rock type thing.
A lot of stuff you can see them playing in like a bar in the South. Like,
yeah.
Like that's like in the documentary and in Tom's book, they talk about how they had to play like the top 10 all the time.
Yeah.
So I imagine that probably influenced their playing. They'd also cheat and play original songs, even though their owner would like fire them by saying, "Hey, this one's by Santana," and they play like one of their songs.
kind of like how in the early days Devo would book themselves as a cover band and be like, "This is the new one from Foghat," and then play Mongoloid.
That's hilarious.
Sean, what'd you think?
I thought it was pretty good. It sounded like rockabilly at times, and then it also sounded country at times. So it was a good mix.
I would drink bourbon to this, not Irish whiskey like I usually get if I'm getting whiskey at a bar. I would drink bourbon to this.
I just want to point out that Dave put his pinky up like a fine Southern gentleman when he said that. I would drink bourbon with
Pinky's
his pinky up. But yeah, it was good. It was I only felt like it was Heartbreakers a little bit in like the second song, but yeah, it was mostly sounded different.
Yeah, I think they made a conscious decision to not sound like the Heartbreakers. I mean,
second song still did.
Yeah, I mean, naturally they're going to sound like themselves, but most of those I think would be kind of out of place at a Heartbreakers show. I think, to me, it's a great side of music. I think that the first song is a great opener. Just really solid side of music.
Yeah.
Yeah, the first song sounded like it did sound like a traditional song from like a kind of a country Southern song kind of.
Yeah, we'll go track by track here. So like Shady Grove, that's a traditional song believed to have originated in eastern Kentucky around the beginning of the 20th century. Looks like a ton of people have covered it.
I liked their take on it. I think this was my favorite of this side. I know it's not an original, but it's
pretty epic.
Yeah.
I'll say that Ben Montench, I think, is kind of the MVP on a lot of this, because his keyboard accents just like weave through the songs like in a really natural way that I really like.
But the other Tom's co-lead vocals on it were also amazing. Like, I also thought he stood out too.
Yeah, Tom Ledden has this kind of like folksy vibe to his vocals that I think really added to the vibe of this song.
Yeah, I think it helped elevate it too, because it didn't. Although Tom Petty's vocals are great, but like this needed someone that was a little smoother at times too.
Yeah.
So it kind of helped it. Yeah.
And Dave, you pointed out he doesn't really sing like Tom Petty usually does.
No, which made it stand out more, I think, too, which might be why this was my favorite. Is like, I feel like this one was the one that justified it as a different project the most.
Yeah. The next one, or do we have anything else to say about Shady Groove?
I don't have it.
Oh, one more thing. I liked the Johnny Cash-esque, 1-3 bass line. And
Yeah.
I liked how it like slowly built, like the whole song slowly built in intensity too.
That's another thing that I think really justifies this project being different is he plays bass on this instead.
Yeah.
I think that's really cool because, by the time they got to Depot Street, he was playing guitar again. So, it wasn't really that different from like the Heartbreakers at that point. But, I really like his bass playing on this because it matches the country Southern rock vibe. Like you could like kind of dance to it.
And since it isn't his primary instrument, it's a little understated too, which is good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Next one, Scare Easy. I think this was the first single, and I think this was the first song that they all worked on. He brought it in.
This one sounded, more like the Heartbreakers to me, although the piano is like more like honky tonk than a typical Heartbreakers song.
Yeah.
Not that they never dipped into that, but this leaned into it a little more. But other than that,
I was like, this is definitely a Tom Petty song.
yeah.
'Cause as soon as like we heard like the chords, even though it's someone else playing guitar, like the chords just sounded like a Tom Petty song.
Yeah.
I like that nice clean guitar tone on it too, though. Yeah.
But it reminded me kind of there was this. I know we're not talking about the Beatles, but there was this thing like during the mid '60s where McCartney was kind of like going through like a kind of a crisis with the Beatles, like crisis of faith. He's like, do you think if we like, he was talking to John Lennon, he's like, do you think if we went out to a club and like, like put a mask on or something and tried to be someone else, would we be able to do it again if we put a mask on and said we're the Masked Avengers or something and and played songs, and do you think they would still think we were good? And John Lennon said, Paul, within 2 chords they would know it was us.
Yeah.
And that's kind of what I felt like with this song. It was like within 2 chords you're like, this is Tom Petty.
Yeah.
Yeah. I will say, I think he did apply a bit more of like a twangy voice, like a twanginess to his voice that's invokes the Southern vibe more than usual. But yeah, otherwise I think I completely agree.
I do think that one thing that was interesting about this was it did sound like they recorded it all together, like while playing, because I thought the vote, like I liked how he was singing. Like he kind of went up and down more than he does typically in a Heartbreaker song, more on the next song, but like still on this one too. And I could tell by the way he sang that he was playing while he was singing. Like I could tell, like, how like the volume would kind of go down like at the end of the line. I could tell he was like moving a little bit away from the mic to look at the neck of his bass.
Oh, okay. I really didn't pick up on that, so I'll have to pay closer attention to it next time I listen to it.
And it sounded like the vocals, at least, and maybe like the whole thing, because since they're all playing it together, it did sound like a first take too. Like, and I think it was good. Like, I think the imperfections made it a better song. Like, but just like it sounded like they were all together, and they didn't make any effort to fix any of that in post. I liked that a lot.
Yeah, it did. I think it did have like a rawer, more raw. I don't know.
Rawer. More raw sounds better. Sounds less clunky.
Yeah, quality to it. But not like, like punk, but it's just like it had a quality to it that made it sound like a good energy to it, I guess.
Like a bar band that's playing to the acoustics of the room they're in.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Tom Petty's really good at writing, like, don't fuck with me songs.
Yeah.
Like this can go with like I won't back down. I think in terms of like narrative.
Yeah, although it's not like as much of a principled stand as Don't Back Down, which is nice too. Yeah.
There's one later on that I can't wait for because it's got great like lyrics in this vein. But
Won't Back Down is probably one of my favorite Tom Petty songs.
I liked the solo on it. I thought it was cool. I liked that kind of high organ thing that came in like right at the end. Yeah, I think this was like a good choice for a single because this would be the most familiar for people who wanted something more like the Heartbreakers.
Yeah.
I bet you he kept that in mind too.
Yeah.
Yeah, good song. Good song.
Next one, kind of a country song, Orphan of the Storm. Like this one, really, the lyrics on this one I think are fantastic. There's a line that really gets me where it's he says, "I'm not the kind who gives up, but I'm so tired of rain." I've felt that a lot.
Yeah.
I really like the lead playing on this one.
Yeah, I like
the lead guitar was great on. What is it? Who's doing the lead guitar on this? Is it Campbell
or
is
Ledden?
it the other guy?
The other Tom.
I don't think it gets that granular.
It does tell you which speaker they're coming out of, so maybe if you listen on headphones, you'll be able to figure it out at some point. Yeah. I liked that, like the solo on it too. It was probably just played lower on the neck, but it sounded like it could have been a baritone guitar.
I wonder if that's the B bender on the Telecaster then.
It could be, yeah.
I'm pretty sure he was playing a B bender guitar on this. If I'm wrong, correct me in the comments because I know somebody will.
Men explain things to me on the internet.
You're a fucking idiot. You're so fucking stupid. How could you not know that he was playing a B bender that was down tuned a half step? What the fuck is wrong with you, Steve? Oh, sorry. I was being an internet troll for a moment.
We read the comments. Maybe someday we don't, but they're kind of funny.
They are funny. Like, it's so funny. Like, people get so worked up about the stupidest things.
Yeah.
Anyway,
Since this is all impromptu, like once in a while we're going to say something stupid. I mean, that's just...
once in a while.
Once in a while.
Every day, motherfucker.
Anything else to say about Orphan of the Storm? It's got like kind of a waltz quality to it.
Yeah, I liked it. Like it was cool. This one was probably my second favorite on the side.
I think this was the one that made you go, yeah, I'm probably going to listen to this album again.
Yeah.
I think it was my favorite on the side.
Yeah. Well, and to maintain that quality, like 3 songs in, like you can tell by the third track generally if the whole album is worth listening to.
Yeah, I think Orphan of the Storm was probably my favorite on this side.
It's really emotional. I really like it.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Then things pick up with 6 Days on the Road, kind of a boogie rock and roll song.
And
like
this was probably my second favorite song. And I know it was a cover, but it's kind of cool.
I like
really
that
good at
bouncy,
playing covers.
like rhythm, honky tonk piano.
That's kind of what I liked. I like the rockabilly sensibility for it, like the rockabilly song, and it like I like that it was a little bit more upbeat than the rest of the preceding songs. So
I don't always like really busy lead guitar, but this had really busy lead guitar and it worked. Like it was a song you could duck walk to. Like it was fun. Like this was the most fun song on the side. And I think that's a good place to go with the 4th track.
Yeah,
you know, like you slowly build energy and then you have a little bit of fun after you release it.
it's the kind of song you could see them playing at the high school dance, the Fish Under the Sea dance.
Yes,
the Champion Under the Sea dance. This is your cousin Marvin Berry. You know that new sound you've been looking for?
Yeah.
Well, listen to this. You know they did a replica of that 335 he was playing.
Yeah, I think I remember seeing that. They had like the studs in there for the Tune-O-Matic bridge, but it still had like a Bigsby on it. Like they went to that level of detail.
Yeah.
Apparently, like fictionally, it's that was too early.
Yeah, because the 335 came out in '58 or something like that, and it's supposed to be 1955. So, oh, look at that! I knew something. Comment section.
They'll correct you anyway.
Yeah, I know.
The lyrics on this one I think are great. It really captures the vibe of like a trucker on the road.
3, 4, 5. Sorry. Anyway.
Anyway, back to 6 Days on the Road. I think this one did a really good job of like capturing the vibe of like a trucker, like in his truck, like it's got that bouncy vibe. I can see being like the engine, you know?
Yeah. This would be a good driving song too.
It really is. Yeah.
Like not so fast that you're going to get a ticket, but fast enough to get you through the day.
Yeah. It's not like I can't drive 55.
Yeah. Where, you know, like, because like you don't want to listen to music that's too fast while you're driving because you just find your foot starting to sink, and then you get bad mileage if not a ticket. But yeah, like if you have to drive for like 8 hours because it's your job, you don't want to go too fast, but you don't want to get bored.
Yeah, thrash metal's not good for that.
No.
You got anything else on 6 Days on the Road, Sean?
It was awesome.
Yeah.
And he was playing a 3-4-5.
Okay, now you just sound bitter.
No, I looked it up because I'm like, I know these fuckers are gonna say he was playing a 3-4-5, and I said he was playing a 3-3-5.
All right, so
All right.
next side, where'd the sleeve go?
We have Crystal River, we have O Maria, and we have This Is a Good Street. Where did the sleeve go?
Well, yeah, you need to put it in the record.
No, just need to flip it. We'll need to put in a different record at side 3, though.
All right, here we go.
This Is a Good Street, though. Yeah.
All right, and we are back from side B of MUDCRUTCH by MUDCRUTCH.
Featuring
Off
the
of
song
MUDCRUTCH.
MUDCRUTCH. No, not featuring
really.
a song called MUDCRUTCH, but they should have done it.
I know, what the fuck? Lost opportunity, Tom Petty.
They should have talked to us.
I know.
I needed a MUDCRUTCH to get through the Crystal River because it was so deep and muddy.
And shitty. Oh, no, it was great.
Yeah, that was.
What do you guys think of this side?
This was a little bit more laid back than the first, with the exception of the last song, which was really short. So yeah, this was a bit more laid back than the first, but this was just like I don't know, it was a nice one to just kind of space out and vibe to.
Yeah, I agree. Like,
This was the shoegazer side.
Yeah. There weren't nearly enough effects pedals for it to be shoegaze.
well, so we got kind of like a southern epic, and then a really good ballad, and then just kind of a little rock and roll pick me up.
Yeah, which is
Got
good
my
for the
beer
mood.
now.
Yeah,
How do you think it compared to side 1?
I like side 1 a little more, but this one was a good follow up.
Yeah, I think it was like I don't really feel like there was a dip in quality. I mean, there was a dip in quantity of songs, but it wasn't a dip in quality because one song was like 9 minutes long.
Yeah.
I had the longest. See, my thing with albums too. I think I mentioned this on the last one. Was like I always look for the longest song to see like if it actually feels like a long song. And this one didn't actually, to me, didn't feel like a long song.
It felt like a long song, but not in a bad way. We'll get to it when we get into song by song,
yeah.
but yeah.
But I felt like it wasn't actually a dip in quality, though. Like, I felt like it was a good side. Like, it was still
Like
good.
they're album tracks, but they're not the songs that hook you into it.
Yeah. I felt like the first side was a bit hookier, a little like stronger, but this one was like a good mood piece. If that makes sense.
This was like you're already hooked into the album. Now you're settling in to the album.
Well, after listening to Pink Floyd for the last week, it like the first song is like, I don't know, like Echoes or Shine On You Crazy Diamond type of epic.
But southern.
Didn't really sound like any of those songs, but like that level of epicness, you know.
Except for Echoes is just one side of that album.
Yeah. Yeah. Are we going to go track by track now?
Yeah, so the first one, Crystal River, that one's probably about the cheese company. No.
Yeah. This one, Sean will know this. Steve hasn't heard this record. Maybe he will at some point. He will at some point in the show. But there was a live Lou Reed record called Rock and Roll Animal, where they did like a long Southern rock style intro to Sweet Jane.
Yes.
This sounded like the intro to that, only it was the whole song. Like the vocals came in during it. Yeah.
It did sound like that, and as soon as you pointed it out, I was like, "Oh, you're right."
Yeah.
But I really enjoyed this song a lot. I thought it was actually like
My favorite on the side.
well,
Yeah.
I mean, it was it was my favorite on this side. Not necessarily my favorite, but like close second on the whole album so far. Actually, I for the longest song to be like one of my favorite. I don't mind long songs, so
Yeah.
it was actually I enjoyed the lyrics, and then I also enjoyed the instrument breakdown.
Yeah.
So
Like
I
it
thought
was,
it was good.
Yeah, it was long, but it felt like it was long in like an epic way. I liked how like in the middle they would fade some instruments back in and out as they would spotlight them, which I thought was pretty cool.
Yeah.
And like sometimes it would be, you know, like the keyboard player was playing organ with one hand and piano with the other, and it like would fade the organ out and let the piano be in the spotlight, and then it would switch, which I thought was pretty cool.
Yeah, Benmont is just fucking amazing.
Yeah,
he's,
it was great. It was really good. So, in my opinion,
I liked it. This one was good.
So, yeah. What did you think of it, Steve?
like I said earlier, it just has this epic scope to it that I really liked. It, you know, as you both already mentioned, the keyboard playing, like weaving in and out, is really dynamic.
Yeah.
You know, it starts as like kind of a slow song, and then it has like a jammy part in the middle, and then it goes back into like the proper song again, and it's smooth and justifies its length completely.
To me, this felt like it would be late in a set in the live show. You know, like the kind of the long one to give, you know, like the audience is tired, give them a little bit of time to sway and slow dance and get their drinks for like one last high energy number after it.
And after you mentioned that, I looked it up, and it's second to last, but before the encore. But
yeah.
And I think, Sean, you said it sounds like a penultimate song to you.
Yeah, it did sound like it sounded more like a penultimate song for an album too. Like I actually feel like it may have been, but I also haven't heard the rest of the album, so I can't actually comment on that.
I won't spoil, but
Yeah, it sounds like it probably could have been like the second to last song of the album, but we haven't gotten there yet, so I won't. I'll leave my opinion until I've actually heard the rest of the album. We still got like a whole half an album to go.
Yep.
Yeah, we're halfway there. Although I think it looks like the other LP is a little shorter.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Like I looked at the times, and the rest of the songs are all like 3 or 4 minutes long.
Yeah. Next one, Oh Maria. I like ballads. I'm picky about ballads. I really like this ballad.
Yeah, this was a bit more country. The instrumentation was a bit more stripped back from a lot of the rest of the record. It was good. I like ballads. I don't like too many ballads, but this one was a good one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Tom has a really good voice for it, too.
Yeah, it was a good ballad. I thought his voice sounded great on it. That's actually what I wrote.
Yeah.
I said Tom's voice singing is really good on that one. First ballad of the album, so hopefully not too many more.
Yeah. No, I just tend to like no more than 1 or 2 ballads per record, and so far we're doing good.
Yeah.
And it's at a good spot in the record for a ballad. Yeah.
Yeah. And the last one, a pretty interesting one. This one was written by Benmont Tench, and he also does the lead vocals. This is a Good Street.
It was a good song. It was the least interesting song on the record so far, but that's fine because it didn't overstay its welcome.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was the shortest song on the record, I think.
Yeah, and it was also just like a nice little punch of energy after 2 slow songs. So I think it was like perfect to put it here, not just because it was short and they needed a short song to fill out the side, but like it was good. I think it would be like it'd give Tom a good chance to rest his vocal cords too, like in a set. Like it was. I liked it. It was just like the least interesting so far, but that's not a bad thing.
I'm no master song lister, but I probably would have switched this one and Oh Maria like put this one after the 9-minute song, and then "Oh Maria" at the end of the side. But because the Crystal Dream, like the 9-minute song was
Crystal River.
Crystal River, whatever. It was a little bit. It wasn't slow, but it was a little bit, a little bit drony. Have the little short burst of energy and then go into the ballad. I would have done it that way. I would have done this side that way.
I think I can see arguments for either.
Yeah.
Yeah. One thing that I thought set this one apart too is it sounded a little bit like if T-Rex did a Southern rock song.
I was going to say this one, I think, kind of sounds the most like what they probably sounded like back in the day from what I've heard.
Yeah.
Like I'm pretty sure they wrote this one for this album, but it's kind of got that like, 70s social hall vibe to it.
Do you think the other Tom sang more in the original band, or do you think it was Tom Petty mostly?
I think it was kind of equal, if I remember right. They originally I had a lead singer too, but they fired him because I think they realized they didn't need him.
Yeah. He wasn't on any of the singles we listened to, so yeah.
He wasn't important.
Yeah.
So
He didn't matter. And now you have the sleeve in front of you, so I don't have to read it based off of the notes I took while you were talking.
This next one, side 3. This one's got The Wrong Thing to Do, Queen of the Go-Go Girls, June Apple, and Lover of the Bayou, which is a Byrds cover.
Oh, nice.
So
You would think it was a Creedence cover, but it's a Byrds cover. But, Creedence is later.
Yeah.
and
What the fuck was that?
What the fuck was that?
we're back from side 3 of Mudcrutch.
What the fuck was that?
What the fuck was that?
My sister turned into
To
a zombie.
Zombies were on that, so yeah. Not the band, the Zombies, but zombies were mentioned in the lyrics.
Yes, I heard that.
Yeah.
But seriously, what do you guys think?
I do agree that this record is a bit top heavy. I did enjoy this side though. It just didn't stand out to me like the previous two did. But yeah, I thought I enjoyed listening to it. I would definitely listen to this album again. But it's just like I do felt like this side dragged a little more than the first two sides.
I thought it was good. My least favorite song was on this side. But yeah, it was it was good. Like I wouldn't throw it away.
Yeah. The only song I truly loved was the first one, but none of the rest of them were bad.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, the first one was probably my favorite on this side.
See, I think the first one, The Wrong Thing to Do, could be a contender for one of the best songs on the album.
I agree, yeah.
Like the
I also really like Lover of the Bayou, too, though, so...
well, we'll get to that.
We'll get to that.
Because the first song, actually, in the Queen of the Go-Go Girls, I kind of like, too.
It's a little bit of silly fun, I think.
Yeah, I thought it was funny.
Yeah, I thought it was a nice little lighthearted moment that... a lot of people wouldn't put that on a record these days. Being silly. Like a lot of things have gotten like a really serious.
Yeah. But I thought it was fine. It was good. Like Dave said, it was probably the weakest side so far. So
yeah, like the instrumental, like I could live without.
Yeah.
they probably could have left it off and it would have been fine.
Yeah.
I don't think anybody would have been like, "Where's the instrumental, man?"
I have a theory about that one, and I'll bring it up when we go track by track. But yeah, this one's kind of like a sandwich a little bit. Like it's, I think The Wrong Thing to Do and Lover of the Bayou were some of the better songs on the album, and then
And we'll get there.
Yeah.
And we'll get there.
And in between, yeah. So, well, we'll start with The Wrong Thing to Do. Now, this is kind of like, that Heartbreakers, like, I won't back... Well, that wasn't a Heartbreaker song, but it's kind of got that, like, I won't back down vibe to it, I think.
I thought it was more... didn't she say Last Dance with Mary Jane? sound or no. Yeah, it was good. Yeah, it had Heartbreakers feel.
Yeah, except like the bridge felt kind of more rockabilly than Heartbreakers, which I think was a nice change of pace. But yeah, this was good. I liked the way Tom dragged on the vocals on I Don't Care.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I don't care. And he totally threw in a Bob Dylan line in there. Like, because he says, I gave her my money and she wanted my soul. That's a line from Don't Think Twice, It's All Right.
Yeah, well, his voice sounds like Dylan.
Yeah, well,
yeah, and
he
the
was also
Traveling
in the
Wilburys.
Traveling Wilburys,
Yeah.
But he totally dropped a Dylan line in there, and I was just, I don't know, I knew you probably wouldn't have picked that up, Steve, but because you're not a big Dylan fan.
No, I should explore Dylan sometime. But you know what's funny is, and I think I might bring this on sometime. But I have a CD of Bob Dylan covers performed by the band Mountain, and so I've heard a lot of Bob Dylan songs just performed by Mountain. And
nice.
That's kind of how I.
You'll have to let me see what songs they did, and then I'll bring in the actual songs and be like, these are better. Anyways,
but yeah, the wrong thing to do. I just love the no pun intended the pettiness of it. Like it's just this guy that's just like, fuck it, I don't give a shit. You know?
Yeah.
I don't care.
Yeah.
And then. That was all I wanted to point out, though. I like the he dropped a Bob Dylan line in it.
Yeah.
So
it was a cool song. I liked it. It was my favorite on the side by far.
By far, yeah.
The next one, Queen of the Go-Go Girls. Like I said, a bit of silly fun.
Yeah, I liked Ledden's voice. It was fun. It kind of had like that. Kind of sounded like a saloon ballad to me. But with kind of upbeat drums, yeah.
It actually sounded like a Crosby, Steele, and Nash song to me.
Yeah.
A little bit. So I'm not a huge Crosby, Steele, and Nash fan, so don't quote me on that.
Yeah.
But that's what it sounded like to me.
My dad's a big fan of Crosby, Stills, Nash, and Young, and I like them, but I think Neil Young is clearly the best by a wide margin, and that kind of affects my enjoyment of the whole band.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Well, and like it's so weird going through their album, like an album by them, because you can definitely tell who sang this song or who wrote this song. It's just weird.
Yeah.
Because it's such a it doesn't sound cohesive to me. Anyways, we'll not go there.
We're not talking about that band right now. We're talking about a song that sits in the same genre space. But I thought the song was fun. It was fine.
It sounds like the type of thing that they would perform at a dive bar in the 70s.
Yeah.
In Gainesville. Next one, June Apple.
The vocals sucked on this
one. Yeah, vocals. No,
fuck the vocals on this one. Anyways, no, it was the instrumental one.
Traditional instrumental. It was fine. It seemed like it would be fun to play.
Yeah. I don't really have much else to say about it. It was fine.
I feel like this is kind of something that, like, I wonder if they were trying to capture that vibe of when they were a bar band and they'd have to, like, do, like, a goofy instrumental behind...
strippers.
Yeah, behind strippers while their owner was, like, announcing contest winners and stuff.
Yeah.
Or when they were doing, like, wet t-shirt contests. Like, Mike mentioned that in his autobiography.
Or when Tom just needs to, like, take a vocal break. Or, Yeah. I liked how warbly the organ was, but it was fine. It was there. Yeah.
Yeah, I wouldn't skip it, but it doesn't stand out either.
Yeah, it was short, so it didn't overstay its welcome.
Speaking of probably fun live to play and didn't stand out, Lover of the Bayou.
I
thought this was the least essential song on the record, even more than the instrumental.
I thought it sucked. Actually, you kept saying you like.
I like this.
And I'm like, man, the lyrics suck. I'm like, wow, these lyrics are terrible.
Well, they didn't write them, so yeah.
I know. I'm glad Tom Petty did not write these lyrics because I thought they were terrible. I'm sorry, Steve.
I didn't pay. I don't really pay attention to lyrics for the first part. So
I thought the music was fine. Lyrics, fucking terrible.
Well, I thought it was a cover song, and I didn't see how a Heartbreakers cover of the same song would sound any different. So I didn't think it really belonged on the album. I thought it's like something that they could have had fun with live and probably could have been left off. Was my thought.
Yeah, it was, to me. I don't know. I just thought it sucked. I didn't like the song at all. I'm like, It wasn't great.
I wouldn't say it sucked. It was just the least interesting thing on the whole thing, but in a way that did kind of overstay its welcome.
Oh yeah, because it was long. It was like 4 minutes. Yeah, it felt like 14 minutes.
I wouldn't say 14 minutes, but yeah, no, it wasn't important to me.
I'm being hyperbolic.
Yeah.
I don't know. I really liked it vocally. So I think it has like a really cool like southern rock vibe to it, but. Maybe you're right. Maybe I'll listen to the lyrics and go, oh shit.
Yeah,
it's kind of like when I listen to like the later Pink Floyd stuff, like without Roger Waters, like, oh, you kind of always see Pink Floyd fans go, the lyrics sucked after Roger left, and I'm like, oh, I don't remember them being particularly bad. And then I paid closer attention to it, and I'm like, the vocals in the post-Roger Pink Floyd are a little rough.
I said this in a very early episode, but like when we talked about lyrics, I think it was the Kiss episode, and you said you never really listened to the lyrics. I was like, I thought that was a lie we just told our parents when we were listening to things that they heard was evil. Oh, I don't listen to the lyrics. I totally listen to the lyrics. This song's about child sacrifice. Hell yeah. Satan.
No, he's like talking about eating catfish and like and eating corn, and he's born on the bayou or whatever. And he's a lover of the bayou, and it's like, okay, I don't care.
Where were the birds from?
They were from England or something.
Yeah. So it feels like cosplaying was my point in asking that question. Yeah.
I'm like, the Birds wrote this song? This is shit. Anyway, sorry.
Yeah.
This was my least favorite song.
I think it would have been fun live, like on a live show at a point where they need to inject some energy, and I think it would have been fine. I just,
it's probably a fun, goofy song live, but you're right. I don't see why it was included on the album.
Yeah.
But I don't know. Maybe I missed something, but that was not good.
Yeah, I wouldn't go as far as to say it sucked. I just didn't think it was interesting. Yeah.
I will go as far to say as it sucked, because I like saying that.
Yeah.
It sucked. Don't listen to it.
We
fire.
Stalin doesn't like it when we're not unanimous.
Yeah.
What, are we supposed to be unanimous?
Yes, that's the
if not, you're a revisionist.
Yeah.
Oh, fuck.
Yeah.
Well, you know what?
Yeah.
It all sucks now.
Yeah.
No, it was great until Lover of the Bayou.
Yeah.
All right. Last side.
Closing things out, looks like we have Topanga Cowgirl, which is about the TV show Boy Meets World.
I didn't watch that show.
The main character's girlfriend was named Topanga.
Oh, okay.
That's all you need to know. Really.
That's all you really need to know. There's nothing more to that joke.
Yeah. That show, I never really watched that show, and I've watched very few episodes, and it wasn't great.
The only episode of it I remember was their Halloween special when he was going through puberty because he was getting hair where there wasn't hair before and his voice was cracking. He thought he was becoming a werewolf, and that was funny and kind of clever. But most of the rest of the show is pretty forgettable.
I think that one was slightly before my time.
Yeah. Then after Topanga Cowgirl, we have Bootleg Flyer, and then we close things out with House of Stone.
All right, here we go. That last one's about Roger Waters.
Yes.
That's whatever it is probably metal. That's a metal name right there. House of Stone, Stonehenge. Anyways,
I can see a symphonic metal band.
Yeah. House of Stone.
Here we go.
Yeah. We did not lose anything and have to re-record it in a way that sounds like Steve's holding a gun to our head.
I'm good, Steve.
Yeah.
How are you doing?
Yeah.
Steve!
I like that song!
Look, that was great!
Re-records or it gets the Ace Frehley again.
Yeah. I lied. I thought Born on the Bayou was great. I mean, Lover of the Bayou.
Don't get out the pliers! Don't pull out my fingernails!
Stop touching me there, Steve.
All right. So,
Anywho,
side D.
I loved side D. I think I might have liked side D even more than side 1.
Yeah, side D totally brought it. I wrote on my notes, totally brought it back. Like,
Yeah.
It was like side D or D was like the best side. Yeah, I agree.
I think I liked side 1 a little better, but I agree that this is a high quality side of music and probably for me the second best. So
Yeah, like this was really good. Like this, yeah.
Yeah, I thought like I even wrote like listening to the last song made me want to listen to the whole album again.
Yeah.
Besides Lover of the Bayou.
well, you can stream it later and you can skip that one.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I don't have. But made me want to go and buy the album.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is one that, usually I have a limit on what I'll buy on vinyl, and I think this one ended up being like $30 or something. So I thought this was worth having on vinyl.
Yeah, this record is worth $30.
Yeah.
Probably more, but
I just bought yesterday. I just bought Full Moon Fever at Homer's. So
Oh, nice.
Nice.
yeah, because I was like, oh, that was great, and I showed Teresa the track list. I'm like, look. This one reads like a Tom Petty greatest hits album.
It really does. It really does.
And
Yeah.
she's like, oh my God. And she's like, all right.
Yeah.
Which is why it probably sucked to be in the Heartbreakers when that one came out. It's
Yeah.
Yeah. All the songs you're we talked about this on the Full Moon Fever episode, but like all the songs you're expected to play live that you weren't technically a part of.
Yeah.
Well, in the documentary, the band didn't like some of the songs on there, which is interesting to me because I like all the songs on that album. But
I can understand why being in the band you wouldn't like it though, because you weren't on it.
yeah. Well, but like there was a part where their bass player at the time, Howie, they brought him in to do bass on Free Fallin', and he just said, I don't want to do it. I don't like this song. And Tom's like, okay, I guess if you don't want to do it, you don't want to do it. And he just left. So,
Jeez.
and I'm like, that's a really good song. But
Yeah.
and I don't know. I wonder because Stan Lynch, the drummer, he talked about, well, I just don't like some of the songs on that record, and I wonder how much of that is
Sour grapes.
Yeah. I don't know. I mean, legitimately, maybe they didn't like the demos that they heard. I don't know, but
Maybe the demos were worse and they didn't hear the full potential of the songs in them. I don't know. Who can say?
I think they pretty much had to replace Stan Lynch because of that, though, because he really didn't want to play those songs. He said it sounded like playing covers.
Which we say that in that episode, so if you haven't listened to it, go back and listen to it. But I get it. Yeah.
Yeah.
So this album.
Yeah. Good, great side of music. Loved it. Yeah, I was expecting it to be good, but I wasn't expecting it to love it as much as I did. It was really nice.
Yeah.
Especially coming up, maybe it's that other side was like, and it made this side better.
This one was all killer, no filler.
Yeah, definitely.
I remember before we get really started, some friends of mine used to have a band before they lived in different cities called the Boner Killers, and their one album that they put out they called All Boner Filler All Boner Killer No Boner Filler.
That's a good album title.
It really is.
But yeah, so do you guys want to go track by track?
Track by track.
I think, didn't you mention that Topanga
Topanga Cowgirl.
That one sounded like, I don't know, like a first wave punk song almost.
I thought that was Bootleg Flyer that did.
Okay,
Yeah.
right.
But no, this one was like a good piano stomper, but it had like a nice little swing to it. It had like a good build to it, and how long it was willing to be repetitive, and then it would release the tension by changing it a little. Yeah. I thought that was really good. I liked it. I wrote in my notes that it was my favorite song since Crystal River. So
I thought it was a great stomper, and the solo was awesome.
The solo was awesome, but really brief. There were a couple solos too.
Yeah. It was. I think he's going after. Isn't there a canyon called Topanga Canyon? I think that's where he
probably. Yeah.
Topanga Cowgirl. Not from Boy Meets World like Dave originally thought. Unfortunately. God damn it, Tom Petty.
I just wanted to point that out because that's what I think of when I hear the word Topanga.
I know.
This one, it had like a really upbeat. I don't think whimsical is the word I'm looking for. I'm trying to think what word I'm looking for, but it's got this like upbeat quality to it.
One of my favorite current day punk bands, Pup, their original name was Topanga until they realized how stupid it was, and so they changed it to Pup, which is an acronym. Well, Pup is an acronym, which stands for, I'll look it up, but it's like.
Pump up the brakes.
No, it's an abbreviation for pathetic use of potential, which is what I think one of the band members' grandma said when she found out he was doing a punk band as like a career.
Yeah, I thought it was a great song. Bootleg Fire, and this is the one where I said bringing it back because like.
This one's a really good song.
Yeah, I love this one.
Song, and like it felt like this side was bringing it back because it felt like the last side was kind of like dragging a bit.
Yeah, I agree.
And like, the side 2 was great, and then last side was kind of dragging, but this side was this was like bringing it back because like the first song was great, and then this song was fucking killer, and. It was a nice driving beat, and it was like Dave is going to say now.
Oh yeah. At the beginning, it reminded me like of a first wave punk song, but by the end, it kind of reminded me of Gold Earring. You know, like "Write Our Love," that type of driving song.
Yeah, it was just great.
This one was co-written by Mike Campbell, and I've listened to his solo stuff, the Dirty Knobs. And this song's got a similar quality to some of the songs on that, and yeah, it's got like a really like cool like swagger to it, I think.
Yeah, I liked the speak singing at the beginning of the verses breaking into like more traditional singing. When I first listened to it, I didn't think it was Tom Petty doing the speak singing. I thought it might have been Mike Campbell, but then as the song kept going, it's like, no, that's the same person.
I think we both thought that too.
Yeah.
I was kind of thinking the same thing.
Yeah, his solo stuff's kind of interesting because he sounds a lot like Tom when he sings. And I think that's just, I mean, they grew up in the same area and they've been around each other for how long? I mean, naturally.
It might be a very specific Florida accent, like the Gainesville, Florida accent. Yeah.
But yeah,
I think this one's a contender for one of the top songs on the album.
Yeah. This one might be my favorite on the album, honestly.
Yeah,
it's really good.
I think it was kind of mine too. It was probably the most.
If it was, you guys should check out the Dirty Knobs then.
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah.
Well, I'm gonna check them out now because I love the fucking name.
Yeah. I'm gonna check out my dirty knob when I get home.
Should clean it every once in a while, there, Dave.
Yeah, you know, you gotta wash your knobs sometimes. Otherwise, you get like some lint on it, and it just kind of sticks to it. And yeah,
you get some umlagumma.
Yep, some smegma. Gross. I think this is the grossest we've ever been. Not in terms of like crude humor, but in terms of just like physically gross. In terms of the jokes we made.
I know the wolf penis from the Slipknot episode's up there.
Okay, yeah, that's fair.
Our episode that's about to hit 200 downloads.
Yeah.
All right, last one. We actually like slow it down for a pretty. It's kind of a slow piano-based song called "House of Stone."
I've liked all the stripped down country songs on this album. This was my favorite of them.
Yeah.
Like, this is a fantastic way to bookend the record, just to close it out.
Yeah. I thought it was great.
Yeah, it's got just kind of a slow piano to it, and at this point, I think I'll point out this has been the case for like the entire album, but there's a lot of like interplay between like the lead guitar and the piano, where it kind of weaves in and out. That's something that I really liked about the whole album, but you know, it's kind of on every song on this.
Yeah,
yeah, and like I said, this closing song was great, and it made me want to play this album again. Besides the one song I said that sucked. And I may have offended some people by saying it sucked.
No, you didn't offend me. I just thought it was disposable.
Oh, I didn't mention a name there, Dave.
Yeah.
I'm sure somebody will mention it in those comments eventually.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're like, oh, how dare you say Love in the Bayou sucks.
I will say the birds suck.
Yeah. Yeah, the birds do suck. Wannabe fucking Beatles. Anyways.
But yeah, album in full. I think it's an A album.
Yeah, it's a good album. Like, the parts where it drags are still, like, it's not enough to make me lose interest. It's just, there's a degree to which it felt like these are people who missed playing together and were having a lot of fun, and so they included a few tracks that maybe could have been cut.
Yeah.
Which has its own charm.
Yeah, I'm interested to hear the iTunes exclusive songs.
If they're better than the handful of songs we didn't like. Yeah.
It looks like it's just one original song and the other two are bonus videos.
Oh, they're videos?
Yeah, so there's one called Special Place.
Like, I don't really want to listen to them now, but like, I'd be curious to kind of hear, like, but I'd be curious to hear it and like, be like, okay, this could have been put in place of like some of those, like, at least the fucking cover, you know? Like Dave said, it's probably the least that, if nothing else, even if you don't think that song sucked, it's like Dave said, it's the least essential song on the album.
Yeah.
I liked it.
What do you know, Steve?
But yeah,
I know it's my fucking album, Sean. Get the fuck out of my house.
I would definitely recommend checking this out. Like, this is this fills a nice little gap in Tom Petty's, like, long and varied discography. Like, this fits in a unique place, I think.
I really like the vibe of it, where it's like, yeah, a bunch of old friends got together after 30 years, and, you know, the chemistry was really there. Like,
Yeah.
It was played more or less live. I'm sure they did overdubs, but they had chemistry together, and, you know, it kind of surprised me that it's the same band that, you know, we listened to a few weeks ago with those singles. They all really come a long way since those singles.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, and and then they actually had a budget for this one too.
Well, yeah.
Yeah, those singles were produced on the cheap. Not to knock them, but they were, yeah.
Yeah, it's got a really good production value to it overall. And if you like this one, MUDCRUTCH 2, which is actually the last...
Boogaloo.
Which is actually the last song that Tom Petty recorded before he passed away. So it's his swan song. Is that the right way to use that?
Swan song.
It's interesting that he ended with this band rather than with the Heartbreakers. Not intentionally, but just... Yeah.
That one, I thought the song sounded a lot more closer to Heartbreakers than most of the songs on this album. There were definitely moments. But yeah, if you like this album, you'd like MUDCRUTCH 2 as well. All right, so that's it for this episode. What are you guys bringing in coming up soon?
Oh shit! We're supposed to think of things.
Did I put you on the spot?
No, I think the next one I'm going to bring in is Pink Flag by Wire.
Ooh, good choice. I want to listen. I can't wait to listen to that.
Yeah.
Let's see. I might bring in Bob Dylan, since we kind of mentioned Bob Dylan. I might bring in Bob Dylan, Highway 61 for
That'd be
you.
a good spot. Yeah.
Because
It's time to bring in Dylan, yeah.
Yeah, I think it's time that you listen to a good classic Dylan album, and it's like probably considered... this and Blonde on Blonde are considered like essential Dylan albums.
And I love Dylan, but I am looking forward to making fun of his voice on on a podcast episode.
Well, that's more Blonde on Blonde Dylan.
Yeah, that's true.
Highway
Yeah,
61, he sounds a little bit. He sounds okay. I guess. Well, you know, where he's like, "Do you?"
I don't know if I want to hear him go electric though.
We can do
Judas.
We could do an acoustic one if you wanted.
I do think Highway 61 is his best record. I think it's even better than Blonde on Blonde.
I think I like Highway 60. My favorite one is probably the one I was listening to. Times That Are Changing is probably one of my favorite one. It's like his most angriest one, most protest angry, but it is like his just folk one, straight folk.
When he was more on good terms with like Pete Seeger and Woody Guthrie and all the
And then I Bringing It All Back Home. It's like I like Bringing It All Back Home, but I do like Highway 61 for Desolation Row.
Yeah.
But Highway 61 also has some great songs on it too. I like Highway 61 better than Blonde on Blonde.
Yeah.
Like everyone always like Blonde on Blonde, Blonde on Blonde. I don't know. It's great. Don't get me wrong, but I pick up Highway 61 way more than I pick up Blonde on Blonde.
Well, it has his best opening track and his best closing track between Like a Rolling Stone and Desolation Row.
Yeah. So, well, we'll get there.
We'll talk about it in 2 weeks.
And I think the next one I'm going to bring in is Black Sabbath's Heaven and Hell. So
I'm looking forward to that, too.
How much are you guys familiar with post-Ozzy?
I've listened to Heaven and Hell once when I was a kid.
Okay.
I'm passingly familiar with post-Ozzy.
So
it's not,
like, I remember. So this is. I'll just say this briefly, and then we can sign off. I remember listening to it, and I said, "Where the fuck is Ozzy?" And I was like, "What the fuck is this?" And I think I listened to about 3 or 4 of the tracks, and I turned it off.
I had a similar experience, except with their live album, because I bought it and I thought it was a compilation, and the guy at Hastings told me he thought it was a compilation and not a live album. It's called Live Evil. I don't know why we both thought it wasn't a live album.
I think the guy at Hastings was tired of you asking questions and just wanted you to buy something and leave.
Yeah.
He's like, "I'm closing in 5 minutes, kid. Get the fuck out of here."
Well, and the first thing I did is I put the disc in and I skipped to Iron Man and it's Dio singing, and I'm like, why is a punk singer singing? And Dio's not very punk, so I don't know why I thought punk, but yeah, so I'll be curious to hear what you guys have to say about that one. So
yeah, it'll be like the first time I've heard it, because it's been that long since I've heard it. So
if you guys want to listen to our music, we're in a band called The Alliterates. We just put out a bootleg EP of 4 songs from a Christmas show that we did, when Dave's theremin sounds like an angry saxophone on one of the songs, so I think that's cool to listen to.
that is cool.
I need to dial that exact sound in and like maybe only use that song for that theremin, since I have 2 theremins now.
Yeah. And then in the description, there's at least if you're listening to it right around when we release it, there's 2 songs that we did for compilations, House Came Crashing Down and Child's Christmas in Wales. But it's too late to listen to Child's Christmas in Wales. You can only listen to it during Christmas.
Yes, because I only listened to the original album that we covered it from around Christmas, and it's never an album I just come back to all year. Yeah.
And that's it.
Yep, catch you on the flip side.
Fuck off.
Side E is a Floof Youth Studios production. Head on over to killrockmusic.com, that's KILRAVOCK music.com, to check out our post-punk band, The Alliterates, and Steve's solo project, Killrock. You can also check out Steve and Dave's experimental project, Lucid Fugue, where the theme song comes from, at lucidfugue.bandcamp.com. You can also check out Dave's old band, Gong Farmer, at gongfarmer.bandcamp.com, spelled GONGFERMOUR. You can find each of us on various social media platforms. Check out the description for more information. Thanks.
Lick my love pump.
This music really makes me hate the centralized bank.
Sunday morning.
All hail to Sean.
All hell to Sean.
Don't forget to subscribe to the official Doctor Who YouTube channel.
Doctor Who. Hey, the TARDIS.
What the hell was that?
What the hell was that?
What the fuck was that?
Bluesky is German, yeah. Not really.
No, they're from Minnesota.